who he was.
Should abortion be punished?
There has to be some form of punishment.
Then he showed us.
For 54 years, they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it, and I'm proud to have done it.
Now Donald Trump wants to go further, with plans to restrict birth control, ban abortion nationwide, even monitor women's pregnancies. We know who Donald Trump is. He'll take control. We'll pay the price.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
I'm Bill Weir on the California coast, and this is CNN.
The story of what's happening in Springfield, Ohio, isn't just about the disgusting lie being perpetuated about pet-eating Haitian migrants. The story isn't just about politicians repeating those lies for some kind of political gain. The story is also about what the lie is doing to the very community that is victimized by these lies. A community of migrants fleeing a politically unstable country that are lawfully here under the TPS program, in a town trying to thrive in spite of insufficient resources. The story is about the fear. The fear that, today was picture day at Kenwood Elementary School in Springfield, Ohio. The school didn't even last the full day. It was evacuated yet again due to a bomb threat. Just one of several schools that were affected. Now, in a world where our kids are already having active shooter drills, what is the story we tell our children about this? That it's okay to create stories regardless of the consequences? How would I, as a mother, explain this to my children? Explain why an annual cultural celebration was canceled? Why 2 colleges even decided to go remote? Because this is a story about how a lie can plant a diabolical seed. When you're now forced to look over your shoulder every minute of every day, wondering whether you or your family is safe, whether people think that you're some kind of a monster, even afraid to speak out. A religious leader was supposed to be my guest tonight, but changed their mind because they were afraid for their life if they even spoke out. Imagine not having the faith that you will be safe if you tell the truth. And can you blame them? I mean, this is so out of control that the Ohio State Patrol will now sweep city schools every single morning so that parents and kids can feel safe every single morning. Parents, try to picture that. Picture what that conversation feels like with your own kids. And here's the thing. The bomb threats being called in, they're all BS, according to the governor. They're not even coming from the town, let alone this country.
These threats have all been hoaxes. None of them have panned out. We have people, unfortunately, overseas who are taking these actions. Some of them are coming from one particular country. We think that this is, one more opportunity to mess with the United States.
I want to bring in Vilas Dorsenbell. He is the Executive Director of Haitian Community Help and Support. Vilas, thank you for being here this evening. This story to me is so much about the fear that is being inflicted. We've seen video of Proud Boys walking the streets of your city. Tell me about the fear that your community is experiencing right now.
Yeah, the fear that they have been experienced kind of paralyzed them over the past week because of all that has happened. They are afraid of calling even Uber because they do not know who might come for them. They are afraid to go shopping or go to buy groceries. It's a very painful situation because they never know that what will happen. And the other thing, some friends that I spoke with today were asking me question if there is no potential mass shooting that can occur in the community. So these are things that people come up with in the city out of fear for their lives.
I can understand the fear and what it must be like to try to hold your child's hand as you're walking somewhere, not knowing if you're going to be safe. I mean, not to be able to know who might pick you up in a car. This is a real, tangible threat. And I understand you even have a friend who's going to sell his home, but you convinced him to stay in the community.
Yeah, I try to ask them to be patient with themselves while we're trying to navigate this chaotic situation. I ask them just to give themselves some days as we try to speak with leaders in the community. And the thing is, there have been so many good leaders standing with us in this situation, trying to bring some word of courage to us as a community, and tell us that we are in this together. It is really chaotic, but their solidarity is very appreciative to the Haitian community now, because we need to hear words of encouragement just to keep going.
I can only imagine what the community there is going through and what else you need for support. I'm glad to know that there are some words of encouragement coming in a world where there are also such vile statements being made as well. Elias Dorsenbell, thank you so much for joining.
And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you all for